Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Ali Tarot 108. Thank you so much for tuning into our reading today. We are doing a celebrity reading today, and we are continuing on with our series of the lovely ladies of Blackpink. Today we are looking into the life of Lisa. This is a past, present, future reading for her to tune into her energies, see where she's been, see where she is now, and see where she's heading in the future. We're also going to look into her love life. There have been some rumors swirling around about her and Frederick Arnault, who is the heir to a very big fashion industry dynasty. Well, I would say lucky her, lucky him as well to find such a wonderful connection. But yeah, if you are new to the channel here, let me introduce myself. My name is Ali. I am a tarot reader, an astrologer, a psychic, a medium, and I do get messages, I hear things, and also this is my full-time job, friends. This is what I do, not just the YouTube, but I am client-based, and yeah, this is my full-time job, friends. So before we actually get into the past, present, future of Lisa's life, I do also like to take past life oracle and tune into the past life of the person that I am reading on, because I feel like it's quite important and quite interesting also to see the past life of that person, because if any of you are aware, if you come into this lifetime and you are rich, famous, or you acquire richness, you know, lots of money, fame, usually means that you have some very strong past life impressions or some significant things that you have accumulated from your past lives, or something big that you did in a past life. So I also want to say to you guys, I get a message kind of from the universe right now to tell all of you viewers out there, don't live small. Don't undermine yourself. Always believe in yourself, because you don't know what can be achieved in this lifetime or next through your actions right now. So always live big, friends. Never be afraid to take life by the horns. Basically like these ladies in Blackpink do. So let's see what comes up for the past life of Lisa. Oh, interesting. Traveler, ocean traveler. You know, she has gone totally international in her career. Started in Thailand, made it to Korea. She's not even ethnically Korean, and she's a huge superstar. Started in Korea and gone beyond, gone the whole world beyond. And I would say she is loved by the whole world, very loved by the whole world. Huge fan base. I believe out of the Blackpink members, the 4 members, she is the most followed and most looked at of all the 4 members. So I would say she's a very special lady, and I feel that energy. Like, I actually feel like she could have been an entertainer in her past life. I get an energy of European, like, she could have been a dancer somewhere in Europe, dancing on stage for people. I know she has done some things with French cabarets and that type of thing. So I do feel that old traditional energy. And by the way, before I even looked it up on her, when I just looked at her face, I saw her, I saw in her face that, oh, she will marry a Frenchman. And I felt this energy of France coming through from her very strongly. And if you know these kind of ships, maritimer, me being a Canadian, I know that many of the settlers from France and from England, they came to Canada, in the east of Canada, on these type of ships. So I do get that energy of like French explorers and like old French, like 16th century, kind of like Victor Hugo, if any of you know the great author Victor Hugo, who wrote Les Miserables and all that. If you know The Hunchback of Notre Dame, like, Disney did that movie, and there is, I feel that kind of energy coming through from like old cabaret French something, like just how she dances. If you see her on stage dancing, how she shakes her hips and everything, it's like, wow, you could be a very nice cabaret dancer with like the feathers on your hips and everything, you know? But anyway, let's talk about her present lifetime. And what we do is the first line is the past, the second line is the present, and the third line is the future. So right now we are looking at her past. We do take a few oracles and then we take tarot to look into each category. So please, Spirit and guides of Lisa, because we do connect with the guides of each famous person in Celebrity Tarot. So please, the guides of Lisa, let us know what we need to know about her past. Your path. Interesting. Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Wow. I get a message about having to really believe in herself. I get the words coming up. Believe in yourself from her guides. Like, I want to say, first of all, that I feel her parents believed in her. I know she was raised by her mother and her stepfather, and I know that her mother was native to Thailand and her stepfather was European as well. I believe he was Swiss. So it seems to me that they really encouraged her. I feel that her mother and her stepfather as well, but her mother especially had a big influence on her path, I feel, and on encouraging her in her path. And her stepfather, I feel he kind of supported this dream. I get the feeling like he was a man who really supported any kind of ideas that her mother had. And I feel like he said, wow, if the mother sees the talent in Lisa, then I also see the talent. Now, I know that Lisa changed her name from her previous name. Unfortunately, guys, I don't remember her previous name. I do read up on the celebs, but I can't remember everything. So, yes, Lisa changed her name from her previous name to La Lisa by the advice of an astrologer. So, yes, there is a thing in astrology where there are certain syllables or letters that names should start with based on your astrological chart. And it's said that if you have those syllables in your first name, then it will make you more successful in your life because it will balance out certain aspects of your planets and everything. So I would say, and also here you see this yantra. This is called a yantra. This is a kind of lucky symbol. I feel her when she was young with the astrologer and with other things like maybe Thai folk religion kind of stuff. I feel like I get an energy about talismans, like talismans and lucky, and just like maybe her mother doing something in the Thai temples and stuff, like bring good luck to my daughter, bring good luck to my daughter, bring good luck to my daughter. So I get that feeling that her mother was her very, very big well-wisher. And gosh, guys, there could have been some kind of, not necessarily folk magic, but prayers that local Thai people do in order to ensure success. I feel like that could have been a reality for her. And I feel like maybe before she did any kind of auditions for anything, her mother or her family could have been doing some kind of rituals for her to make her achieve success in the early part of her path. Because I know she was dancing from a young age and she was winning awards. So I feel like not only did she work hard, but they also put a lot of their faith into furthering her career. So let's see what else comes up for her past. Oh, headache. Poor health, disease, illness, unpleasant, crisis, emergency, body signal, needing self-care, problem, root cause, annoying, disagreeable, something's off, pain, underlying conditions. I get the message about this. I get the words fighting through the pain. Like in the early part of her K-pop career, and potentially even when she was young and dancing, she could have had sometimes pain or been sick, had a cold, and I feel like she was always a trooper, if you know what I mean. She always fought through it, and she always just was like, I don't care if I'm sick, I have to perform, I have to be there, I have to do it, I have to show up. I feel her like she relentlessly pushed forward on her path, and no matter what, said, I have to do this, always. So I feel like she is a person who really never quits. She's always been like that. I kind of feel like her mother's like that as well. A lot of encouragement. Okay, so let's see what else comes up here. Let's see what else comes up in the tarot now for Lisa's past. Four of Wands. Oh. Eight of Swords. Five of Swords. Justice. Lovers. Lovers. Four of Swords. Okay. So what's coming up here is I feel Lisa has been through many trials throughout her career so far. I feel like coming closer to the present moment, she's been more at peace. And I feel like, you see here, this Four of Swords is really like someone who's just peacefully meditating. And number 4 as well is the number of the 4th house in astrology, which is the number of the home. It's the number of Cancer sign, which is about softness, about really feeling your heart and feeling at home. And since it is next to the Lovers here, don't you see this card here? It's like a darker toned female with a lighter skinned male. And I don't know, this male kind of reminds me of the Frederick Arnold, who she has been rumored to be with. So I feel like in the recent past, this relationship has changed her with Frederick. It's made her feel more peaceful, more grounded, and more empowered as well, and more secure in herself. I feel like she's really happy. And I get a message about her dancing on stage and just thinking of him and just feeling like I'm dancing for him. Like she really loves him or cares for him or wants to impress him all the time, is the feeling that I'm getting from this. If we just look here in the cards before the final two, I get a feeling like she, with Four of Wands here, with going away from her home, and at such a young age especially, going away from her home, seeing as number 4, it's Four of Wands, and number 4 is about the home. Going away from her home, she felt like very vulnerable. She felt very vulnerable, very much like at risk in a way, very much like I have to protect myself. And she has such a bright and bubbly personality that I feel like she's a person who it hurts her to hide herself. It hurts her to stay inside. She loves to be on stage, is what I'm hearing. She loves to be on stage, and she loves to be a friend as well. I feel she loves to have friendships, and I feel she's a very genuine person. With Eight of Swords here, yeah, it is that energy of having to keep things in your mind hidden in your mind. But I do get a message as well that with her brightness of her personality, of her personal style as well, with her big bright eyes, the producers or her managers in the past and now as well learned to take her opinions seriously, to take her ideas seriously as well. Because I feel that in the beginning, they tried to make suggestions for the girls. They tried to style the girls in a certain way. They tried to train them in a certain way. But after they saw the talent that she had, they said, why don't we listen to her? I see that here with the Five of Swords. It's that energy like we should stop our imposition on her. Let her be who she is. Let her be who she is. Let her have her own style, her own way of doing things. let her flow. I feel like they tried to accentuate her beauty in any way they could. And with the Justice card here in reverse, let me see. Yes, it's number 11. So now I didn't check her life path number, but if you know number 11 life path, it is that person who's very wise, very intuitive, and number 11 people can achieve great success and they can be seen as visionaries. Guys, I have to tell you, I'm a number 11. I'm a number 11 life path, okay? So I know it very well. Number 11 people have big ideas and they can achieve those ideas and achieve those dreams and make them happen. I feel here with the reverse that that dream had to be slow in the beginning. I feel part of that dream may have been for a life partner as well, but I feel here with these two final cards that she has gotten great peace within herself since she has found her man that she is set up with. Now, there were rumors going around that they got married, Frederick and Lisa. I have to say, if we just look at the sun signs of both of them, Lisa is an Aries and Frederick is a Scorpio, I have to say, just from the sun signs, those sun signs are not a very good match. Personally, I didn't look too deeply into the astrology of both of them together. Maybe some of you other people have. If you have, please comment down below. But just those two signs together, it's an odd match, but I feel that they look good together. When I see their picture together, I feel a great chemistry, softness between the two of them. Like they soften each other. Like two of them without each other would be very career oriented and very serious and very tough in a way. Although I don't think Lisa could ever truly be very tough girl. But I feel like she's a woman who knows what she wants. So I feel he really appreciates that about her. And I feel what she appreciates about him is, I feel she really likes his prestige. Like, it's attractive to her that he is born into such a wealthy family, prestigious family, that he is the son of the CEO, etc. That's very attractive for her, I feel. Not only, I don't feel she's a gold digger in that sense, not at all, but I feel that whole kind of princely energy is very attractive to her. He gives off a lot of Mercury energy. If you know about Mercury energy, it's like Mercury can be called the young prince. If you can imagine a young prince, you know, he has all the wealth, he's very well-mannered, he's very, like, cultured, and I feel that is very attractive to her. That kind of cultured, aristocratic type of man, I feel, is very attractive to her. I dare say maybe it reminds her a bit of her stepfather and the relationship that her mother and stepfather had. Yeah, but let's look now at her present life. What is going on with Lisa presently? Oh, divine source, help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You're my source for all. So I do get the feeling that Lisa has some kind of faith. Whether it is faith in like Thai Buddhism or folk practices, or maybe a bit Christian in a way, I definitely feel like I get a message, like a vision of Lisa having faith in some kind of Thai folk practices, like folk religion. Honestly, guys, I don't really know too much about it in detail, but what I'm just seeing is her believing in the old practices of the Thai people, like this is for good luck, this is bad luck, this is, you know, good juju, bad juju. It's a little bit magical in a way, and I feel like she believes in it, and I feel like maybe she still consults with Thai astrologers or Thai folk people. I don't know what to call it, like Hmong. There are those Hmong people, right? I don't know. I think they're in that general area, Thailand, Laos, I believe. But yeah, I feel like at this point she is really hoping, and I feel she's really grateful actually from this card coming up. Like, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to the god or the gods or the goddesses or the divine spirits that make up this world. I feel that kind of energy coming through to her, and I feel like she's really grateful for her relationship as well, for her partnership with this wonderful guy. And I feel actually she may be discovering new sides of herself through this relationship. Like, he could be exposing her to new things, new cultural things even, because he is from France. So I feel him doing something like showing her the French way of life or the more European way of life. I see that he may be the type that really likes to share things, maybe about history or culture or other kind of stuff. Like, he may like to impress her in that way. So there's something coming up about that. Let's see what else comes up. What do I need to know for Lisa's present moment, please? If you can give us anything. Thank you. Oh my. They're having a good time together. Bedroom. Actual, actual fulfillment, intimacy, sensual pleasure, love affair, sleep, contentment, leisure, nap, sleep on it, alone time, oasis, retiring, dream time, astral travel, call it a day. I feel like they could be in permanent honeymoon phase. There were rumors about them getting married. I feel like here from this white bed we're seeing, I do feel like they potentially could have gotten married. Yes. And I feel like there could have been some kind of ceremony involved. I do feel maybe it could have involved some kind of Thai style practices, but I actually feel maybe Lisa is the type really to wear a white wedding dress, a big white wedding dress, like big one. But with maybe her own twist or her own kind of design and things that she wanted on it. We may see those photos coming out later is what I'm hearing as well. Yeah, I feel like something has definitely happened between these two. They're most likely married. I feel like we are going to see that coming out later for sure. So what else do we need to know about Lisa's present moment right now? 10 of Swords. 5 of Cups. Yes. 5 of Wands. Queen of Cups. 3 of Cups and 9 of Swords. Well, I don't feel like there's anything wrong, especially because 9 of Swords comes up in reverse. Although there is the crying figure on there, it's in reverse. So I feel like it's quite the opposite, actually. It's about happiness. But let's start at the beginning. So we have 10 of Swords here. And when 10 of Swords came up, I got that immediate feeling of what the next cards would be, or the next card would be, something with a 5. So I will say, with the 5 of Cups and 5 of Wands coming up here, it's very strongly telling me that I feel, especially they're in reverse, it's like worry slipping away. And with the 10 of Swords as well, all of these daggers and then all of these birds above, it's like freedom. Freedom from all my worries. Freedom from all my heavy thoughts that I had before this time period in my life. With Queen of Cups here, it's very clearly telling me that she's feeling very emotionally fulfilled at this point in her life. I feel she's in love, actually. I would say that now what I'm hearing is something about her solo career, and I feel that her man, Frederick, he does encourage her in her music and her solo career. He's so proud of her. I feel he's super proud of her and he loves going out places with her. And I have heard that in the sphere of K-pop, it's very taboo to date anyone. So I feel she was really truly in love. Like, she thinks this is not going anywhere, because otherwise I don't think she would even be showing herself out in public at all with Frederick. I feel like she's very, very much in love with him, really feels this deeply in her heart. Truly, it's real. Queen of Cups, she's feeling super fulfilled. With Three of Cups, I feel like between the two of them, they speak to each other, but there's like this deeper understanding. Now with Three of Cups, I believe she is on tour right now, right? So there may be some distance between them at the moment. I don't think he's the type that would be following her around everywhere on her tour. And, well, that may be the thing with the Nine of Swords about the crying. Like, I miss you so much. And number 9 in astrology is significant of Sagittarius and Jupiter in the 9th house. And Jupiter, for a woman in her chart, is significant of the husband. So she could be missing her husband very much with this Nine of Swords in reverse coming up. Oh my gosh, did I call him her husband? We haven't confirmed that, but she's very much missing Frederick. And with Three of Cups, seeing as number 3 is that Gemini energy of Mercury and of speech, throat chakra energy, I feel that there could be some long distance thing going on between them right now. And she's missing him so much because I do feel like he puts her mind at ease and like he's a rock for her. He grounds her very much. So she's extremely happy and grounded and just so loving when she's around him, I feel. And even when she's thinking about him, she feels like she's met her person. She's met her soulmate, is what's coming up. So let's look at her future right now. Expansiveness. Oh, eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. I would agree. I see her in the future doing a lot more with her solo career. And I know that she is getting into acting. She's on White Lotus now, I believe. She started this year, 2025. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. I feel like, now, before I started this reading and when I was just meditating on her picture, I got that feeling that Lisa eventually will start her own company or own companies. Potentially with the help of Frederick, they could be starting a company together in the future. And they could actually, it could be something to do with fashion, because I see models, I see a lot of models around, and Lisa being critical of what she wants and knowing exactly what she wants. I feel like we could see her with Frederick developing a fashion brand, a very strong fashion brand together. And I feel it having certain elements which are kind of a bit avant-garde, at least for Western audiences, a bit avant-garde, but really like Asian kind of fusion inspiration. I'm hearing different names like Alexander Wang, Vivienne Westwood, Yves Saint Laurent was one coming up. Anna Sui, if you guys know any of these brands, like I feel she may do something with a type of avant-garde clothing line. And it's a whole brand, actually. It's not only clothing. I feel like there's going to be jewelry. She's going to design jewelry. There's going to be perfume. All different sorts of things. I also feel there may be something with directing films or series. And also, I feel like she could do something with casting or bringing in new girls from all around the world. I actually get the message right now. Wow, she could start a K-pop group when she's older. Something like well, Blackpink, something like Blackpink, but I feel like she could go around the world actually scouting girls for a perfect super girls group coming up in the future, but long in the future. I'm talking when she's like 40 years old or plus, when she's kind of done with her youth age of like dancing on stage and stuff. I feel like she could go around the world scouting girls. And I actually do get the message right now. She's going to have a daughter. Lisa's going to have a daughter. I feel like she's naturally going to give birth to the daughter potentially. And I do feel it could be with Frederick. I'm hearing that whispered in my ear right now. She's going to have a daughter. Lisa's going to have a daughter. It's going to be a really cute daughter. And I feel that that daughter is going to be shown in the media. Like, people are going to love it, go crazy. And I feel that there could be things named after that daughter. And I get the message that I get the name Violet coming up, but I feel like this daughter is going to have a name which is kind of like celebrity kid's name. You know what I mean? It's something kind of cute, but potentially like nature or like item based. You know, like some celebrities name their child Apple and that kind of thing. Like, I feel it's going to be that kind of name. So what else comes up about Lisa's future? Phoenix. Wow. Transformation, eternal soul, renew, resurrection, rebirth, destroy, rising from ashes, emerge, new era, alchemy, transmutation, ascension. The end is just the beginning. So I do feel like at the point when Blackpink will end, I do feel Blackpink will end one day, and I get the number 2030 coming up right now, so it could be in 5 years time that they call it quits. But with here, I see that number 9 coming up again, which is significant of the husband for me again. And gosh, it's Scorpio. Something with her husband, because her husband is a Scorpio sun sign, or sorry, Frederick. I shouldn't call him her husband, right? Frederick is a Scorpio sun sign, and we've got number 9 here. And so there's something really big that's going to take place between these two. By the way, if they're not already married, I feel like I'm getting the message right now. There will be potentially a wedding ceremony between the two of them, and it's going to be huge. Like something like Jeff Bezos recently had, but not as cringy. I feel it's going to be quite beautiful, well done, tasteful, huge budget. Lot of celebrities and rich people are going to be invited. I see them like driving down the street in a limo, like waving like the Queen of England, that kind of thing. So there's going to be a huge transformation and rebranding of her as she gets older, I feel. And she's going to become a worldwide household name and icon, I feel, like in a very unique way. Because if we look at Hollywood celebrities, for example, like Britney Spears or Miley Cyrus, their appeal was kind of always that they're young and they're good dancers and they're kind of single always, you know. But I feel for her, it's going to be very different. It's going to be, the appeal of her is going to be like, wow, look at what a power couple they are together, and look at how they vibe off of each other. And I feel like people are going to be very much admiring the relationship that they have. And there are going to be photos of them online and tabloids everywhere. I feel, Lisa, that she could take up residence in Europe, like in France, potentially, with her Frederick. But let's see what else comes out in the cards today. So, Queen of Wands, reverse. The Tower, reverse also. Ten of Wands. Seven of Swords. Oh. Three of Wands. And Knight of Wands. So I do want to say, as she gets older, I do, again, see there being an end to Blackpink eventually, with Queen of Wands in reverse here and with the Tower in reverse here as well. But I feel like it's going to be a welcome ending. I feel like there's going to be a announcement about this in the future. It's not really soon, I feel, because they're going to continue with their success, at least for maybe 3 or 4 more years, I feel, because Blackpink has been around for quite a while now, like since 2016, because I feel the girls are going to get quite involved with their own solo projects. I did say in my general reading on the Blackpink group that I do feel one of them will leave before the group actually finishes. I did say in that reading I felt like it could be Jisoo who leaves. With the 10 of Wands here coming up after this. So let's say these cards represent the end of the Blackpink era for Lisa. With the 10 of Wands here and 7 of Swords here, 7 is the number of partnerships and of commitment, like marital commitment as well. And 10 of Wands here makes me feel like it's like on to the next thing. When look, we see here, the end is just the beginning. It's like when one door closes, another one opens. But I feel it's going to be a smooth transition. Not exactly like one door closing and another one opening like that. It's not like 2 blocks, one into the other. It's like a transition of her life that will happen. And I, again, see that energy of taking on new projects with her spouse or with the money that they have, investing it in certain things, creating certain things. Becoming even more of a worldwide icon, a household name is what I'm hearing, so that people, even in the most remote places of the world or whoever, they may know that name of Lisa, like they know Michael Jackson, like they know Britney Spears or whoever, you know? So, yeah, with 7 of Swords, it is that thing of like putting ideas together with my partner, with my spouse. With 3 of Wands here, I do somewhat have a feeling that she may have only one child. I could be wrong. Don't criticize me in the future if I'm wrong, please. But I see her in the future having bigger dreams for herself, bigger dreams also for her child or potentially children. And with Knight of Wands here, I see her in the future leaving a legacy for herself. Frederick as well, he's going to want that legacy to be a thing that is passed on. That being said, I do feel like her and Frederick will be together for the long haul, like a long run. I don't see there being any breakup or like divorce. Like these two are meant to be together. They're meant to come together in this lifetime. It's very special. I actually want to take one of these past life oracle because I feel like they have a past life connection to each other. So I want to ask, what is this past life connection between Frederick and Lisa? Let's see. Oh wow, what children? They have to come together in this lifetime to have this child for whatever reason. Maybe they owe something to each other from a past life. I feel the word promise coming up, like some past life promise that I feel he made to her, like that is coming back to be fulfilled. Now, I don't know exactly how they met, but I know that Lisa is involved in fashion, and the fashion industry, if you're there, you meet people. So he is a fashion, an heir to a fashion dynasty. So there is this energy coming up. There's something special that they have to fulfill to each other in this lifetime. And it's a very important legacy. Also, I'm hearing it's an important legacy to that child. There is an agreement to that child in a past life as well, where that child has to come into this lifetime to be the heir to this huge dynasty, like millions of billion, or even maybe even billions of dollar dynasty that this child is going to inherit. and they owe it to that child for whatever reason. They're in a soul kind of contract way. Soul contract way. So yeah, very interesting. I want to ask now in our final card, is there anything that the viewers today should know more specifically about Lisa? Anything that we should know? Wow. She's meant to be a mother. And also that I feel she values her mother a lot. I feel that she loves her mother a lot. This card also came up for Rosé. If you didn't see my Rosé reading, check out my channel. My Rosé reading is there. But she has a big love for her mother, and I feel that she feels a duty to her mother potentially, and a thankfulness to her mother for getting her into this K-pop universe and making her a superstar. I feel like she thanks her mother for her success in a way. I'm actually being drawn to take this card right now. What? Summer, winter. Wow. Number 2. So I'm seeing here the number 2 is the Venus energy, and it is Venus is what it is. Venus can make you famous. If you have a very good Venus in your chart, it can make you famous. It can make you rich. It can make you successful. And so I feel like she's in the summer of her life, is what the card is telling us. She's in the summer of her life when she's bound to have everything in her hands. She has a very strong Venus, I feel. I haven't looked at her full chart, but I feel she must have a very strong Venus, because if you don't have a very strong Venus, it's not possible to achieve the things she has achieved, the great success that she has achieved, the money, the fame, the fortune, the beauty. Look how beautiful she is. She's a fashion icon. She's super beautiful. For me, I would say personally, on stage in Blackpink, she is the one that really stands out, like as a superstar. The way she dances, her hair, everything about her. She's an absolute superstar. And she's in the summer of her life, the rising period. But then I feel we're being told here about the winter of her life, when she gets a bit older. I'm hearing 40 plus. So when she gets older, number 4 here comes up as a Cancer energy again. Softness, home life, feeling comfortable at home, feeling comfortable just to stay at home at times. Being happy and proud for all that she has achieved in the winter of her life. That contrast is interesting. And also remembering her mother and valuing her mother as well. Loving her mother. I'm hearing loving her grandmother as well. But I do feel that I have to take this card as well. Why is that? Unchanged. Oh my. Though she passes from generation to generation, she will always be Lisa. Oh, isn't that beautiful, friends? And the number 6 here is Venus energy as well. So, friends, that's it for the reading today. I'm so happy you came. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more readings. Also, if you have any suggestions for me of future readings, future celebrity readings, or future world event readings, sometimes also political readings, please comment down below, friends, because I really value all your insights. And yeah, until next time, stay in love, stay in the light. Peace. Bye.